For any Xbox or PlayStation codes or cheap games on any platform, use the referral link in the description. It'll take you to g2a.com. Use the promo code CHES over there and you'll get yourself 3% cash back. For all No Identity merchandise, hats, hoodies and t-shirts, follow the link in the description down below to the No Identity Fan Fibre website. Hey guys, welcome to episode number 8 of the Napoli career mode here on FIFA 17. In the last one, we actually had a bit of a surprise playing against Chievo Verona. They turned me over and we lost 1-0 at home. Completely unexpected result. Even though we dominated the game, we were, however, able to get a very convincing victory over Genoa, so I'm hoping for more of that form as opposed to the form we showed at home against Chievo. Just 2 days after the Chievo game, we have our first game in today's episode against Palermo, and then we're actually traveling. I think we're travelling. Are we at home or are we away? We're at home against Tottenham Hotspur in our second game of the Champions League season. We faced Celtic in the first game and picked up a victory, and we'll hope for the same in the second game, although, of course, with the fixture list being as congested as it is, there's going to be a lot of squad rotation going on right now. As I previously mentioned, over the past couple of days and probably for the next couple of days, games will only be 2 games per video rather than 3 because, as you see this right now, I'm away at Insomnia in the NEC in Birmingham, and obviously I'm trying to get as much content made for you as I possibly can before I go away. So far, this is the 4th video I've made today, and I've still got a couple more to go. So, long day, but fingers crossed, I won't be too fatigued so as that it affects our results on pitch. I'd very much like a victory against Palermo, and that would be a great way to start. If we do get victory against Palermo, we should be able to get ourselves up into... actually, no, we won't be able to get ourselves up into the top 3 because Chievo are 4 points clear of us now after their victory against us. But if we are able to get victory, we would be just 3 points off top. Milan have finally lost the game, so we'll have to wait and see what happens. But we'll start with this game against Palermo, and then after that, we'll go and face Tottenham. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. Check the channel page itself for anything you may have missed over the past couple of days. And let's head right in. Here's Getzi in there too. Nostorovsky got a number of options, unfortunately for him, one of which was Rispoli, who, well, I think the less said about that shot the better. It's definitely one he'll want to forget. Playing Drongowski in goal, actually, giving the youngster a run out. Of course, we played a full-strength side against Chievo Verona, and they were the ones that beat us, unfortunately. I'm hoping that my first team can do better against Tottenham, and obviously this reserve side battered Genoa, and I'm hoping that they'll do the same here against Palermo. But Real Albion might have to step up his game. Oh, picked off, but Mbalo's come away with it somehow, and I'm waiting for the cut inside, but he might still shoot. Real Albion does very well there. His game was stepped up. Mbalo will take the corner himself. It's whipped in and headed away by Marco Rog. Only as far as Gonzalez, who could shoot there. I probably would. Probably would have given that a good old crack from there, but unfortunately for Palermo, they weren't able to work a better move. Cajon here on the counter-attack will play that inside there too, Marco Rog. He could hold off the man there and has given it to Jorginho. Runners all around me, squeeze it through there to Milik. I'm going to try and finesse it from the edge of the box, and I probably shouldn't have done that, but never mind. That's our first chance of the game, 15 minutes in, at least proving that we can create something here against Palermo in these opening stages, and we may be able to create something else here if I can play the right pass at the right time. Milik has shown good strength there. We'll actually cut back here, and if I had someone all the way on the far side, it'd be better, but we found Jorginho, and he very nearly finds the bottom corner. An extremely well-worked move that, unfortunately, is drilled just wide of the post. It's good footwork from Mbalo. Very good footwork. Cross could still come in. It hasn't. Pulled that back there to Alessami, but we've got the tackle in. Allen's done well. Marco Rog completes the clearance. I see the space for Jorginho on this far side, and that's a wonderful swept ball out by Pulisic. Well, that's frustrating. It's a cynical foul, a very clever foul to stop the counter-attack, because I am certain I would have scored had I been able to keep that attack going. As it happens, we're going to have to take a free kick from all the way back here. I really don't want Milik to take it because he has really, really good aerial ability. So we'll try and loft this in towards the back of the box, where hopefully Milik will end up. And it's actually going to be Tonelli that's on the end of it, and Raphael, our former goalkeeper, of course, makes the save. Really well worked set piece. Can we work another one? Well, unfortunately not, but he's only going to hit that back out to Jorginho again, who will loft it back into the box. And trying to get on the end of it was Marco Rog. It's going to be a corner on this near side. Jorginho to whip in another ball, this time from the other side of the pitch. Bruno Enrique able to head away, and it looks like Palermo are going to clear their lines. But no, we've won it back. Matteo Darmian could find a teammate, and he has done. It's Milik. He is left-footed, of course. We're still trying to work something on the right, but cleared away by Alisami. We took it quickly. Wasn't expecting that. Mistrovski gets it across to Bruno Enrique into Morganella, and that quickly taken free kick may end up causing Palermo more harm than good. Marco Rog gets it across there. I've got options. Play the right way to pass. We'll find Jose Callejon, and a cross goal. It's a great save, and I can't quite get there with the man in the middle and cleared away. We are turning up the heat here on Palermo. It's surely only a matter of time now before we find ourselves taking the lead. Johnny into Jorginho. Good footwork again to get away, but that pass was meant for Milik, not Jose Callejon. We win that header. Darmian's done well, as has Allen, to keep that away from the defender. Through that gap. Oh, it was meant for Milik again. I can't seem to find the man. Every time I try and pass to him, it goes to someone else. But 10 minutes to go here in this first half. We are really starting to dominate now, and I would very much like to think we might be able to get ourselves in front before half-time, if possible. We'll go out here. Do I go all the way out wide, or do I try and work it centrally again? Rog's done well here. We'll lay that in front of Allen. Quickly look for Pulisic, who's in here. Pulisic! I'm sorry, my man. I know you're young and inexperienced and not necessarily very composed in those sort of situations, but you have to be hitting the target there. You just have to. There's no excuses. Malik, oh, wow, it is going to reach Pulisic. I was going to say quickly whips it out wide, but the defender got a foot on it. Squeeze that in there to Arkadiusz Milik again, and squeeze that through there to Marco Rog. Cut the angle. I'm going to pull that back, and Milik. Oh, mate. I tell you what, I can't shoot on target to save my life in this game. It has to be said. That one chance with Tonelli from the free kick, I think, is my only shot on target so far in this game. Not good enough. Rog forward to Milik. I see the space for the man on the far side, and he just stopped his run there, Pulisic, but he should be quick enough to keep this in, and has done very well to do so, and powers past the defender. In there to Jorginho, and he might score a cheeky finesse effort, but no, he can't hit the target either. What's going on? Everybody is just completely bottling it in front of goal. Marco Rog is going to have to come off here. And I might put Christian Maggio in the midfield, actually. Because I'm running out of substitutes. Obviously, with the nature of the previous couple of games and the fixture list congestion, I'm struggling for fitness. And obviously, I can't really use any of the other players that played in the game against Chievo, because I need them to be fit for the game against Tottenham. So my options are limited here. The players that are currently on the pitch right now are going to have to do the business, because I don't have any other options. We'll have to wait and see if the players on the pitch can sort this mess out. But a draw against Palermo isn't the worst, but with it being a game in hand on everybody else, I would very much like to win it. Maggio into Allen. Malik is there. Wait for the run, wait for the run, wait for the run. Actually go this way instead. Allen, no, what a block. Milik's won the header. Pulisic with a turn. Dink it back in for Milik in the middle. Oh, that finish was absolutely brilliant. I thought it was the right sort of height to head it from the camera angle, but as you can see from the replay, it just dipped right in front of him, and the technique on the volley is just fantastic. Right in front of the keeper. Just kicked it almost at the keeper, hoping that he'd kind of flinch and get out of the way of it, and as it turns out, that tactic works beautifully. His second goal for us in Serie A this season. Arkadiusz Milik makes it Napoli 1, Palermo 0 in the 78th minute. That might just be enough to sneak us all 3 points here. Forward there into Milik. They've got a man that's pulled up with a muscle injury, whether it's cramp or a genuine strain or tear, I'm not sure. Nicely into Christian Maggio, around the corner to Callejon. Surely two. Yep, there we go. Palermo getting stretched as they push bodies forward to try and get themselves an equaliser, and unfortunately for them, it's their own downfall. 2 goals in 8 minutes. It is definitely going to be 3 points for us now away from home at Palermo. Final whistle goes. 2 late goals here in a hard-fought victory away from home against Palermo to get the win. On the balance of play, you can clearly see that arguably we deserve it with the volume of chances created. Palermo had more of the ball and better pass accuracy, but with 10 shots, 5 on target, the 2 goals were surely eventually going to come, and they did. Genoa beat Pescara in the other game played today on the Monday, and now we'll head just another 48 hours down the line. Where does that put us? We are top of the group with Spurs there also on 3 points. So Spurs beat Benfica. Can't remember the result from that game, to be completely honest. I've got a funny feeling it was 2-1, but I might just be completely making that up. We are at home against Spurs. Arguably, although we have faced AC Milan, pardon me, we have faced AC Milan so far this season, arguably one of the more difficult games we've played so far with this Napoli team. Let's see how we get on. Tottenham's lineup looks as you might expect it. I was curious to see if there were any new signings in there, and I may have just glanced the word Rashford on the bench there. I might have been imagining things, but I think I just saw. I can't. There's no way for me to tell, is there, outside of their starting 11 now? I think I just saw Rashford on the bench. I'll have to go back in editing and see if I was right or not. But the starting 11 is pretty much the strongest that they could put out, really, with regards to players that they already had at the start of the save. I'm not sure if they've done much in the transfer window whatsoever. If that was Rashford, then I think that was the only name there that I saw that was out of the ordinary, at least, for the Spurs side that we're familiar with from this season in the Premier League. But play that out there with Diawara. Son got there, but actually that helped me, and Insigne has raced onto it and played that through there to Belotti, and Diawara is busting a gut to get in behind, even though he's set to stay back whilst attacking. The kid just doesn't care. Gulam with the corner, whipped in. It's a decent delivery. Lloris has come to punch. It's dropped to Maksimovic, whose touch is woeful. And Dele Alli is going to break away. Zielinski will try and slow him down and stop them from attacking, which is something that he has failed to do. But thankfully, Dele Alli has just given the ball straight back to me anyway. 0-0 after 7 minutes. Oh, nicely done by Kane into Victor Wanyama. Thankfully, it was Victor Wanyama. Had that been the other way around, with Wanyama playing it into Kane and Kane shooting from that sort of range, he has been known to bang that tops. Thankfully, Victor only just brushed the side netting on the way wide. Otherwise, that would have been an early Tottenham lead. Oh, Hamsik, that was brilliant. How has he been able to outmuscle, of all people, Victor Wanyama like that? I'm not sure. Nice ball played out to Dries Mertens here. I'm going to try and cut this back if I can. And Zielinski spins on it and fires it wide. I probably should have played that back again after the angle there for Zielinski. The touch just turned him so far away from goal that I'd already committed to the shot, unfortunately. Otherwise, I perhaps could have laid that back to Diawara, who would have had a better angle and a better body shape to try and stroke that home. Never mind. Chances being created, which is the first thing. All we have to do next is put them in the back of the net. Well, I guess the next thing is to get them on target, then put them in the back of the net. But if the on target and back of the net come together, then that's fine by me. And I thought for a moment Alderweireld was going to let that get in behind him, but unfortunately for me, he didn't. Play that through there to Hamsik, back there to Diawara. Didn't get the opportunity a moment ago, has done this time, and, well, still waiting for that on target. Harry Kane played through by Dele Alli. Immediate turn. Maksimovic read it well, though. He side to Hamsik, across there to Zielinski. We'll go to Belotti first. Keep his run going there in the middle, but this is obviously going to go out wide here to Insigne, and I'll look for Diawara in the middle. It's a decent ball in. Alderweireld can only head away. Belotti knocks that back. Get it in quickly. Oh no, it was meant for Hamsik. Oh, but Belotti finds it at his feet. Great handling from Hugo Lloris, to be completely honest. Great handling from Hugo Lloris. Koulibaly with the free kick. Play it short there into Zielinski. Diawara. Cross there to Hisai. The right back trying to work some space. There's a ball back to Zielinski. Can't keep it down. That's 4, 5 chances now in his first half. The one shot that was on target, Lloris made it look like it was like the easiest save he's ever made in his life. Pretty sure it wasn't, but still, unfortunately, we are yet to get a goal to go in front, despite the fact that Tottenham, other than that Wanyama chance, I don't think, have actually created much. And again, Lloris's positioning is just so good that it takes one simple step to the side, and he's able to just calmly hold on to it. Dele Alli here trying to come up the other way to see if Tottenham can create something else. Lamela into Harry Kane. Still some time left in this first half, but thankfully Harry Kane's cross is straight at Pepe Reina. Lamela, where are you going? Oh, just... Don't you dare. Wow, that is not a free kick at all. If they score from this, I'll actually be livid. Lamela with the ball into the box. Heung-min Son is up. It's going to drop to Harry Kane, and they very nearly did score from that. Harry Kane, you would have thought, would have gotten a better connection on that, but thankfully he didn't. Otherwise, I may have blown my top. Zielinski out there to Gulam. There is space here for Mertens to get in behind as their defence is pulled out of shape. Unfortunately, it's Kyle Walker they have at right back, who is rather fast, but we've used his pace against him there, and Mertens will lay this inside, and they're in the way, but Zielinski again, and Danny Rose is in the way this time, and it's still 0-0. I've not dominated a game like this for a while. Oh, I wasn't even in control of Koulibaly there. The little red emblem was on, I don't know, someone else in the middle I was trying to attack the ball with. 99 times out of 100, the CPU will do that and head the ball well over the top of the bar. But this is the one time in 100 where he's actually gotten it on target and into the back of the net. Lloris caught in no man's land. He's had a great game so far, Hugo, but makes the mistake there. The mistake that gives us the 1-0 lead. 32 minutes to go. Now, do we hold on to it, or do we push for a second like we did against Palermo and try and kill the game off? I've got a funny feeling Spurs are going to be slightly better on the counter-attack than Palermo were, so I might just try and sit on this, go into a defensive shell and hold them out. Although, as you well know, my defensive abilities on this game aren't as good as perhaps they could be, so maybe that would be the wrong thing to do, and I should look to try and get myself a second. Nice ball into Belotti there. Turns inside, but Alderweireld is just too good. A rock at the back for them. Oh, frustrating, but 28 minutes to go. 1-0 Napoli. Here's Nkudu. Back there to Kyle Walker. See the pass that he wants to play, but he's gone to Nkudu instead. I thought he was going to go to Wanyama. In into Harry Kane. Don't let him turn. He did. And Nkudu fires wide. It seems like my shooting prowess, so to speak, in this game, or lack of prowess, is rubbing off on Tottenham, because they can't seem to hit the target in this game either. Thought about committing there, but then Harry Kane could have been played in behind. Dele Alli with a turn, and Koulibaly gets in the way. This time it's Wanyama that fires wide just a couple of moments after Nkudu did the same. 20 minutes to go. Tottenham coming out of their shell a little bit, but maybe that would mean that I can counter-attack on them rather than them counter-attacking on me. We'll have to wait and see. Be a battle of wits, a battle of tactics and implementation of those tactics. We'll find out which team comes on top. Will it be Mauricio Pochettino or will it be me? At this moment in time, I wouldn't like to say. I'm not sure. Belotti up against Eric Dyer. He's done well and pulls that back there, but it's a poor pass. Hamsik running out of stamina with players here, but we'll get this to Insigne again. Belotti is in the middle and he's kind of on his own there. No real support. Oh, Insigne, the footwork's brilliant. Lay it off. Zielinski, touch is good. Blocked. Pull that back to Hamsik. Have a touch, which is good. Blocked. Mertens back to Hamsik. Oh, I tried to get that to Belotti there, but no, it was Zielinski, wasn't it, in the middle? Yeah, but I just couldn't quite do it, unfortunately. Tottenham throwing bodies behind the ball, but also now, as you can see, Alderweireld pushing forward there, starting to throw bodies forward too. I have to rely on the strength of Koulibaly here, and he's done well. Now, as they start to throw players like Alderweireld forward, who has been their best defender so far, that means not only are they going to have less bodies at the back, but also the bodies that are back there aren't going to be as good as the ones that were. 7 minutes to go though, and if I can just hold out, this could be a massive 3 points in the scenario of the group stage. If we draw, that puts the qualification for both sides back in the balance, but if we win, get 6 points from the opening two, especially if Benfica and Celtic draw, that would mean that they'd be on 1 point after 2 games and we'd be on 6 and already have a 5-point gap with only 4 games remaining. And thankfully Sissoko got his angles all wrong there. Hamsik in there to Belotti. This is good football. Oh, I've just spotted on the mini-map at the bottom the space here for Dries Mertens. Do I cut inside? We will. Do I go solo? No, I'm going to lay it off. It wasn't meant for Hamsik. It was meant for Zielinski, who has just stood there waiting to stroke that home. Now, is that going to cost me in stoppage time? No, Koulibaly gets a very good tackle in. Hamsik looking to break away. Try and play it through to Belotti, who's offside, so I'm just going to kick it to waste some more time. Stunning save from Lloris, despite the fact that even if it had gone in, it wouldn't have counted. Well, that's a very good hit from Belotti. Perhaps I should have been shooting from distance earlier on in the game. Although, of course, Lloris did come out on top in that situation. Divock Origi come on here for Tottenham. That's perhaps a scripted transfer, because we saw that in the My Player too, and Pepe Reina has certainly saved us all 3 points there, because that would have been a draw with practically the last kick of the game. Massive save from Pepe Reina. That might just be the save that guarantees us progression through to the Champions League quarter-final, no, round of 16 in the long run. Complete dominance in the game. Only 5, well, I say only, 5 is enough to have some decent efforts on goal for Spurs, but they kept shooting off target. And Benfica beat Celtic, so we're on 6. Benfica and Tottenham are on 3, and Celtic are on 0, and we face Benfica next. So things could all change in the picture of the Champions League. Things will all change in the picture of Serie A in the next episode. Juventus could go back above us if they win their game in hand, which it seems is against Palermo. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm happy with a win against Tottenham, and I'm obviously happy with the win in the league as well. 2 good results for us there, and 2 clean sheets as well, which is nice, especially after losing against Chievo Verona. So we'll be back in a Career Mode RTG episode tomorrow, and then back with another episode of Napoli the day after that. And then, fingers crossed, I'll be back to the normal schedule the day after that, where we'll have both RTG and Napoli on Tuesday. But it all depends on how my schedule works out with regards to insomnia, etc. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Subscribe to the channel too to make sure you don't miss out on any further content. I'll see you next time.